Well, my watch states is 33 minutes past 7, and my name is Dalton. Welcome aboard this media roundtable on NBS television at the Political Command Center. Two major events that happened this week, and that's what we're going to delve into. You know, they have a team of journalists that are here to make sense. The deep dive is going to be concerning, one, the change of guards that happened at Forum for Democratic Change in Najjanankumbi. The two-horse race. So the current, should we say the current? Yes. The president, Muriat Patrick, stepped down for Nandala Mafabi as flag bearer and president for the party. And that means that Nandala has an uphill task to go around the country to convince the country, to convince the populace that he is the right person to be voted into Plot 1 State House. Will that happen, given that just recently a faction also fled Najjanankumbi and formed another political party, that is the PFF? Will Nandala's coming as a president for the party and a flag bearer hold together the party, or he's going to supervise the final annihilation of FDC? While we ponder on FDC, let's go on to look at what is happening at National Unit Platform. The NUP leadership has decided that it is time to vet the people that are going to take their flags. It is reported over 20,000 people have applied to get the flag for NUP, and the vetting started with the lower posts. Will this process that has not gone into known traditional and conventional primaries yield results? Will it give the best candidates, or it will leave the party more disintegrated, given that it is the committee that is scrutinizing these members? NUP established what they called the Election Management Committee that is verifying, scrutinizing, and will definitely at the end of the day award the flag. Here is the contradiction, that some of the administrators at NUP are also interested in standing for the party. The context or the dilemma is the administrators of the party, the ones that actually will sign off the flags, are also supposed to be subjected to scrutiny by a committee that they elected. Interesting week. My name again is Dalton Kawesa, and I have to introduce my people. 4 people will be here, and I have Richard Baguma will be here. Richard is here. Yes, Richard, welcome to the show. I have Chemonges. Good to see you after a long time. You look much better. They're looking after you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I will be expecting Arias Muchibi to join us, but also Tim, I will have I have Joel Mukisa here to take us through this. I want to start with Richard and the events that we saw at Najjanankumbi. And let's begin with how the media covered this. Do you think the media got the pulse of the story at Najjanankumbi?
Good morning. I always start by thanking God for the ability after a couple of decades to still be here and able to talk. Dalton.
Yes.
First of all, I think the media is too generous to Najjanankumbi. I think we give them too much attention. I don't think they are so consequential politically. So I think, yes, we really are generous to Najjanankumbi. Yeah, and so is generosity good, is generosity bad? I don't know, but I think it's over what they deserve.
All right, Joel, let me come to you. Do you subscribe to what Richard says, that media is generous, and therefore these FDC people in Najjanankumbi are really not something to pay attention to? Do you subscribe to that as well?
I think that I don't subscribe that they're generous. I think that the FDC remains an important party, although now trimmed to size, most especially to Eastern Uganda. It's a party we should be looking at, especially in the transitional politics that Mr. Nandala Mafabi seems to be eyeing. Yes.
Okay, yes, Timothy. the journalists looked at who has come up and who has stepped down. Was that enough scrutiny for the audience to appreciate the real story in FDC?
So I think that there have been, first of all, sufficient coverage of the processes within PFF. And what probably could have come maybe better is in time, because I think that we are in a process of relevance, not of a transition of some sort. Because there seems to be recognition that where we are at today, the sense for which power will transfer may not be necessarily through the ballot. And what we are doing now is more of ensuring that political parties can keep afloat, but also still be able to mobilize its members on ground. And so I think that the efforts that I've seen as the media we've been able to put in this process, there's definitely much in probably trying to assess whether the objective of this process, because for PFF it's been largely some sort of a harmonious resolution, or trying to come to an end through a very harmonious process.
Okay.
And so I think that probably the thing that would be for us to, which I thought maybe we didn't put so much attention to, was on how this, on how the previous election processes that we've had under FDC, and how now it reflects under PFF.
Okay, Richard, you said the media is generous with how they are covering FDC. That is this. We have covered. The media has covered. Now that is the state. Do you think the media interrogated the internal aspects of these processes, or they more reported on the event just?
But this Dalton, I struggle. If I'm deploying my people as an editor, what is there to interrogate? At FDC, the person in command is Nandala Mafabi. Doesn't matter what title he holds. He's the one in command. So a transition. Which transition? The person who has been in charge, the person who you said the PFF fled. Yes, they were hounded out, but who hounded them out? Power, really. The one who has been in charge and camouflaging, and we have had these people. The president across in the southwest was the vice president at one time in charge. The president here was, I don't know, vice chairman of what in charge. So this it's just that he has taken the title he always really has had.
All right.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. Joel, let me come to you. You've been following these events that have been happening. And the question is, when you look at the decision by Amuria to step down and how we have covered it, I'm more interested in how the media has covered it. Do you think the media was too soft on the events than bringing out the real issues that are inside, that the causation aspect of how we found ourselves here, where Amuria had to stand down?
Well, first of all, of what importance would that be to the general population, which is currently mostly obsessed with the event, not the processes? If the processes were important to them, the processes were important when the PFF group was still in the party. The process was discussed earlier, the process of this group that is currently in charge of the FDC taking over, the Honorable Nandala and the Honorable Amriat, and that is a process that seemed so important to the public. The others are just window dressings, and because when it comes to the FDC currently, those who are, there is no in between. Those who are convinced that these people are doing all sorts of shenanigans are convinced, and those who are convinced that they are being mudslinged are also convinced. So as a journalist, you're in the middle of how should I cover it? But also increasingly, the FDC has become so guarded and put walls around it. It's not the FDC of the Honorable Mugisha Muntu where they were open to scrutiny and all those things and had all these mere debates. it's now a part of press conferences.
All right.